Most of what we cover on this channel doesn't have an obvious scientific explanation. You guys have met me as a woman of skepticism and curiosity. It's rare that you will see me put on my other glasses, which allow me to become a skeptical woman of scary science. That's right, today we will be facing the scariest phenomena ever. The current state of our economy and planet. Hi, I'm V, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 unexplained sky phenomena witnessed worldwide. Number 5, green flash. No, the green flash is not referring to one of the many flash variations that CW keeps throwing at us. The green flash refers to a glowing green light that can occasionally be seen on the horizon at sunrise and sunset. Green flashes can be seen from any altitude, so long as you have a clear view of the horizon. They're usually seen on the ocean's horizon, but they have also been spotted over cloud tops and mountain tops as well. Though they can be spotted from any latitude, the flashes do not last long, and you would have to be looking at the exact right moment, as they last less than a second. Before the phenomenon was explained, many people thought that it was some sort of alien ship moving faster than the speed of light. But thanks to the power of the scientific method, researchers were able to provide everyone with an answer as to what the green flash's origin is. I'm gonna say the official explanation and then break it down so it's easier to follow. The green flash occurs because the atmosphere causes the light from the sun to separate or refract into different frequencies. Green flashes are enhanced by mirages, which increase refraction. The blue component of the sun's light is the last to disappear below the horizon, but the blue is preferentially scattered out of the line of sight, and the remaining light ends up appearing green. Okay, so that sounds like gibberish. Let's break it down. The gases in our atmosphere may cause the light from the sun to separate. Think of like the triangle with the rainbow, or change directions into different frequencies. Think of our atmosphere as the triangle. They are then enhanced by mirages, which is when light rays are bent to create multiple or distorted images of an object. The mirages further increase the bending or redirection of the light. The light does not appear as blue like the sky or ocean because the light's frequency is being scattered through a process commonly known as Rayleigh scattering. I'm not a physicist, so I don't understand it, but if any of you guys know, leave a comment, please. And that is how the green flash exists. Confusing, yes, but still amazing. Honestly, the first time I went through the explanation, I started thinking how much easier it would be to just say it was a spaceship. But no, you guys mean way too much to me. Number 4, volcanic lightning. Because this is still the scary channel, I dropped my section on rainbow clouds and exchanged it for the much scarier volcanic lightning, also known as dirty thunderstorms. But I don't like the way that dirty thunderstorms sound, so I will be calling it by the much cooler name, volcanic lightning. Volcanic lightning was first recorded in 79 AD by Pliny the Younger, who said, "There was a most intense darkness rendered more appalling by the fitful gleam of torches at intervals obscured by the transient blaze of lightning." Although Pliny's writing sounds almost nonsensical to most people now, me included, the visual that he was able to draw was incredible. The first studies of volcanic lightning were conducted at Mount Vesuvius, and they took place from 1858 to 1872. Researchers studied about 4 eruptions over the large span of time. Volcanic lightning is an electrical discharge caused by a volcanic eruption, opposed to a regular thunderstorm. The lightning comes from colliding fragmenting particles of volcanic ash and sometimes ice, which generates static electricity within the volcanic plume. Moist atmospheric convection and ice formations also help to trigger the volcanic lightning. But unlike your normal thunderstorm, volcanic lightning storms can happen before any ice crystals have formed in the ash cloud. There are many different ways that the lightning can charge. There's ice charging, frictional charging, radioactive charging, fractal emission, and there's also factors like plume height. Ice charging is the process that ordinary thunderstorms use to produce lightning, as water clouds become electrified from colliding ice crystals and falling rain, snow, or hail. So, when it's colder, there's more charge from the ice. Frictional charging is fairly self-explanatory. It's when the different particles and debris collide into each other and create high volumes of static electricity. It's similar to ice charging. Radioactive charging is far too hard to explain, so forget I mentioned it, but Google it. It is interesting. Fractal emission is the generation of charge through the breaking up of rock particles, like the volcano's rocks cracking. The height of the plume also plays a big factor in the power of the storm. Taller plumes may have a large concentration of water, which will contribute to lightning activity, while shorter plumes receive more of their charge from fractal emissions. Volcanic lightning has been sighted at Mount Augustine in Alaska, Mount Etna in Sicily, Taal volcano in the Philippines, and at an Iceland volcano that I cannot pronounce. So, if you have the the urge to witness a terrifying phenomenon in person, head over at the exact time with the exact conditions, and you may just be fortunate enough to witness a dirty thunderstorm. Number 3. Ethereal whirlpool of light. The ethereal whirlpool of light is a beautiful phenomenon that is actually caused by, well, us. Astronomers refer to the spirals as SpaceX spirals, and they have become more common in recent years as the number of launches have increased. On April 15th, a spiral appeared above Alaska, while the beautiful northern lights were shining a vibrant green. A video was able to be captured by University of Alaska's Poker Flat Research Range. In the video, you can see the spiral appear as just a small bright spot before quickly forming into a giant spiral and then fading into the sky behind it. The entire video lasted only 7 minutes in real time. Todd Sallet, astrophotographer, was able to capture a photo of a spiral near Delta Junction, a city in Alaska. Sallet said, "I was utterly surprised and mystified when I first spotted a distant bright light coming toward me from the northern horizon. At first I thought it was a jet airliner flying through some clouds. Then it took on the spiral shape and grew big. Fast. The spirals form when rocket fuel is ejected from fast-spinning rockets and is then frozen in space. The swirls reflect the sunlight hitting them back towards the Earth, making them visible to earthly onlookers. The spirals are only visible at night, and though many rockets do take off and create these spirals, they may appear over oceans or during storms and overcasts or in the daytime, so they wouldn't be visible. Many who are lucky enough to see the spiral in real time are left in a petrified state of awe. As though it looks beautiful, seeing a spiral materialize before your eyes would feel less like a dream and more like the last moments you have on Earth before an alien race touches down and takes over. In my opinion, it does feel a little dystopian to essentially have a man-made astronomical event, and it feels like a synthetic phenomena. But I would really like to see a spiral one of these days, and by the sounds of it, they're just going to become more common as time goes on. Yay! So many resources and so much money being used on exploring a place where most of us can't go. If that's not the most inhuman, human thing you've ever heard, I don't know what is. Number 2, red halo over Italy. This next one seems like it's straight out of an alien invasion movie. On March 27th, 2023, a red halo made of light flashed over Pisano, Italy, appearing and disappearing within milliseconds. Because the event happened so quickly, most people didn't get a chance to become terrified and probably thought the people gasping at the sky and shuddering were experiencing a fit of mass hysteria. Though the flash was quick and many missed it, nature photographer Walter Benotto was able to snap a super cute pic of the camera-shy ring. Though the giant ring, spanning about 360 kilometers in size, appeared to be directly over the town, it was actually over central Italy and the Adriatic Sea. Forced perspective made it appear that the ring was directly over the town. This kind of natural phenomenon is known as an emission of light and very low frequency perturbations due to electromagnetic pulse sources. It is also thankfully known as an ELV. Super cute. ELVs are a rare type of stratospheric or mesospheric perturbations resulting from intense thunderstorm electrification. The red rings are created when electromagnetic pulses are given off by extremely powerful lightning hitting Earth's ionosphere. When EMP's electrons hit the ionosphere, the charged particles excite nitrogen atoms, which give them a reddish glow. ELVs are usually only visible to satellites because of their need to get in and get out before anyone on the ground can snap a pic. So they were only discovered in 1990 by shuttles armed with cameras, which is crazy because that's so recent. Most phenomena had been discovered and researched well before then. Benotto has been praised for having taken the best photo from the ground of an ELV. Benotto believes that the ELV was generated by a huge thunderstorm 200 kilometers away from Pisano. This red ring dazzled many. Extraterrestrial theorists had a field day before the explanation was released. I mean, a giant glowing ring appeared in the sky, seemingly moving quicker than the speed of light. I would absolutely be preparing to fight off a probing alien species. Number 1, red sprites. Red sprites appear as luminous red-orange flashes. They mostly occur in clusters above the troposphere, which is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere. Sightings of these events stretch back to at least 1886, but they were only first photographed over 100 years after the recorded discovery, in 1989, by scientists from the University of Minnesota. Sprites are a cold plasma phenomena that differ from regular lightning due to the lack of hot channel temperatures. If you know how fluorescent lights work, work, they've been compared to fluorescent tube discharges. Sprites are reddish-orange in their upper regions, and their tendrils are blue. A reddish halo may also appear before the sprites do, almost as a warning sign or as a, hey, look what I can do. Sprites only last a few milliseconds and are usually triggered by the discharges of positive lightning between the thundercloud and the ground. But sprites caused by negative ground flashes have also occurred. They often appear in groups of 2 or more, and their huge size lights up the sky with a terrifyingly mesmerizing show. Red sprites spotted in France have been complimented for their alluring beauty, but they also kind of resemble a nervous system to me, like the intertwining tendrils and the almost spine-like line running up the center. The sprites have been divided into 3 categories: jellyfish, column, and carrot. The jellyfish sprite is very large, up to 50 kilometers by 50 kilometers. Column sprites are large-scale electrical discharges above the earth. They are still not quite understood. Carrot sprites are a column sprite, but with long tendrils, and I'd assume they're even less understood than the column. The phenomenon has been seen over North America, Central America, Central Africa, Australia, South America, Europe, the Sea of Japan, and Asia, so pretty much everywhere. Your chances of capturing a picture of a sprite is pretty low though. Super specific conditions must be met, and your equipment would have to be pretty expensive to catch a good picture. That brings us to the end of this phenomena-filled, scary scientific endeavor. At first glance, all of these phenomena seem to have no reasonable explanation, but through research and patience, we've been able to learn so much, and have been able to come up with so many answers. As I've said before, it is important to stay curious, not to blindly believe everything you hear. So what do you think? Are all of these phenomena of this world? Do you think there's another less known explanation for them? Let me know in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram. See you around.